So the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from BARTICA. This is the tongue on the ESSEQUIBO River. That's the ESSEQUIBO River just at the back there. And this is GPL's Guyana Power and Light Incorporated new power plant in BARTICA. It's only been commissioned just over a year now. And today you're gonna get the first live, in-depth, inside look at a power plant. We're gonna go in there just now. But in the meantime, we're gonna go and talk to some of the staff here. And today, GPL, in the interest of building capacity, has chosen to train, and big entities like this have to do so, but they're training staff with the intention of building internal capacity. So we're gonna talk to one of the managers down at GPL who is gonna explain all of this to us. Hi, good day, sir. Thanks for facilitating us. Just state your name and your position. And I know today you have been doing internal capacity building in terms of training the staff with machine maintenance and these kind of things. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, my name is BARTICA. I'm the Divisional Director of Power Generation and Delivery. Today, what we have here today is a refresher training for our staff, our operation staff, which is the operators, the mechanic, and the electrician. We know a power plant like this, the technology change. You know, the kind of technology that we use is changing very fast. So this is like a refresher training and upgrading the skills and the capacity of our staff at the power plant. So we started the session. We have two sessions today. One started from 9 this morning to 12, and you have another session we start from 1 to 4. We have like 3 engineers from Cummins with us today, and they will be doing the training.
Okay. Could you say a little more in depth as to what that training entails? You got engineers, but specifically what these engineers will be teaching GPL staff.
Okay. So what we have at this power plant is 3 engines rated at 1.1 megawatt each. It's a total of 3.3 megawatt capacity. And these are Cummins engine and Stanford alternator. And we have some modern controllers. The training going to be involved in operational aspect in terms of safety, operational safety, starting and stopping of the engine. They also have trainings in terms of how they safely operate the engines from the controller standpoint, be able to put in parameters from time to time when it was need. It also helps them, the training that we went through this morning also involves some of the new features that are being now inputting in these controllers, because we had an upgrade of some of our controllers. So what are the new features and how to program it? So these are the kind of training that our engineers are involved in. So, and they have a lot of questions, because they're now operating this plant almost 2 years. So their lessons learned and things they would like to build on, they have the opportunity now to talk to the specialists, and the specialists are able to now, impart those knowledge.
I was reliably informed that this plant shows GPL's capacity to deliver. It is a new plant, and as a result of this new plant and the megawatts that it's generating, BARTICA literally does not get blackout, right? So give me a little bit of understanding of this plant, its size, redundancy. Give me a little bit of understanding about that.
Good. So with a 3.3 megawatt plant, and we have 1.6 megawatt peak demand, we pretty much have just over 100% redundancy. Additional to that, we have a Caterpillar unit.
When we say redundancy, use a layman term.
Okay.
So the people would understand. Backup generation.
So if we add the 3.3 with the Caterpillar that we have is about 1.4. That is about 4.7 to 1.6, almost close to just over 200% redundancy.
You basically have 4 generators here, and 2 generators actually do the job.
Correct.
Or you guys say 1.5. But
1.5.
so there's always a generator there for backup. If there's need for servicing, maintenance, and these kind of things, there's always a backup.
Exactly. So that is what we meant by redundancy. So there's always a backup generator to help, because we know these are engines, these are mechanical components involved. You have failure from time to time. You have to do maintenance from time to time. So when we take a machine down for maintenance, we always have a backup generator. So there's no such thing like, we custom to have blackout. In BARTICA here, there's very, very minimal blackout. And that comes from issues on the line. Right?
And GPL is planning to use this model across Guyana.
Exactly. So that's the approach we want to take. And BARTICA is one of the model areas that where we see it's working very well. Additional to that, we're looking to have some added capacity via renewables. So that's in the pipeline. So we're going to see a mix of generation, power generation coming from different sources. And that's going to be our model that we want to move around.
So can you give us, just lead us through, let's have a inside view of the power plant.
Sure.
Is it safe that people could walk through and those kind of things?
Exactly.
Okay, so guys, we are gonna talk when we come out back, because you can't hear anything much when you go into the power plant, but you're gonna be seeing what's going on and what a power plant entails inside. But when you get inside, you basically can't hear, it's pure noise. But the kids could look at this and have an understanding of what power generation. I'm supposing a lot of people in BARTICA never heard or have never seen this. So you're gonna have an understanding of what power generation is about. When we come out back, we're gonna talk to somebody about solar. Wow. So we got 3 generators here. And if you see, the ground is clean. Everything is clean. Safety in terms of fire safety. And then you got the guys from the top looking down. And we got a modern control room. The control room, the guys are looking. From this vantage point, you just look over the whole operation. So we're gonna go to get a look at the control room. So guys, that is a bit of what is going on. And if you see this compound is very clean. If you look at all the things that entail, this is the transformer that brings the electricity to a certain stable level before it's transmitted into lines. that goes into the community of BARTICA. So we're gonna go and you're gonna get a look at the control room. And you see this facility is a new facility. We're gonna talk to one of the other managers. Justin's gonna give us an in-depth understanding about what else is gonna be new in terms of power generation for BARTICA. So we're gonna go up here. And this is the control and the control command center. As you see, it got the signs, and here is where the operation is controlled from. Tell us a little bit about this, Chief.
So this is the control room. These are all our switch gears. They from the generator. It's connected to the switch gears. So you can see all the parameters from the engine. All the parameters from the here. You can see the voltage, the current, output of the engine in terms of megawatts, and all details. We can even see how much fuel per megawatt hour we use, how much gallons.
Wow.
So this is very highly sophisticated switch gears, state of the art, modern switch gears. Like you see, we have 2 engineers here training our guys. So here's where on the brain of the operation.
All right. So we'll go and talk to one of the other, one of the other supervisors, and this is the Caterpillar, one of the engines that creates redundancy in this unit here. And again, redundancy is like extra power, right? So in the event something's wrong with one of those 3 generators you see inside there, we could go back to a backup and then do the necessary repairs and most likely servicing that's got to be done on a constant basis. We're going to be talking to 2 persons, one of which is a female engineer down here, and there's the ESSEQUIBO River out there, by the way. The fuel boat comes to this docking area, and this is how GPL gets its fuel here. Good day, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Thanks for talking to us. Just state your name and your position with GPL.
I am Danraj Bachai, and I'm the Senior System Planning and Design Engineer.
Okay. Specifically, I want to talk about is GPL's plans to integrate solar into their network, and how is that going to work? What we can expect in the future from GPL?
Right, so there is a solar farm project funded by the IADB, the Inter-American Development Bank, and that project is being executed by GEA. And that project is going to be somewhere along the Dark Point Road going up that way, and that project is going to be integrated with our distribution network or the power system of BARTICA. Essentially, that project will enable GPL, or this power system I should say, to have a lesser dependency on fossil fuel, in that it will displace a certain amount of fossil fuel to generate electricity and meet demand.
That in terms, GPL is looking at going green.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, I know this is a model plant and it has been very it's been very supportive of this system here. The Barticians have been talking about the reliable energy supply. You being the person who does the planning or heads up the planning, what can the citizens of Guyana expect from GPL? What are the plans for the future of GPL across Guyana?
Alright, let me first start off from the customer side of things. GPL is now following a particular path of being more customer oriented, in that we put our customer first. So in saying that, we want to make sure that our customers are provided with reliable and a continuous service and high quality of electricity. So across the country, similarly to BARTICA, customers should experience a reduced number of outages, duration of outages. So all in all, an improvement in services, our electricity service to customers across Guyana.
So we can expect that in the near future. Do we have a time period?
Well, so far we usually update our expansion plan on an annual basis, and this expansion plan covers a 5-year period. So our recently completed one is from 2021 to 2025, and in that plan we have a number of projects planned to ensure that those objectives are met.
Thanks very much, sir.
You're welcome.
So we're going to be talking to a female engineer, and you know the imbalance in this country is very evident. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for your time, and just state your name and your position with GPL.
Okay, I'm Tamika Lalji. I've been working with GPL since 2012, sorry. Yeah. I graduated from Cuba. I studied there. I worked a year in public works before I came across GPL. And I am a female. There's not many females engineer in GPL.
You're qualified engineer?
Yeah.
That's what you're at.
I have a bachelor's degree in GPL. In electrical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You look a little nervous. You ain't gotta be nervous, you know. Your camera's shy, it's okay. It's okay. And we are thankful, the citizens of this country are thankful that you have chosen a path that now could empower women.
Okay,
So just feel relaxed. You just I realize this is your first experience like this.
in the media.
Yes,
doing media.
but I can tell you something. This is not only giving the Guyanese people an understanding of how GPL work,
Okay.
but it also empowers women to know that women can do anything,
Oh, well, that's true.
right? So getting right into it, tell me what your job with GPL entails.
Okay, well, we do a lot of planning. We do a lot of short-term planning, which has to do with a lot of operation work, which is why we're here. But apart from the short-term planning, operational planning, we do a lot of long-term planning and medium-term planning as well, which cover the next 5 years, right? And then there's long-term planning, which goes beyond 5 years, right? So yeah, we basically plan the infrastructure of GPL.
When you say infrastructure, are we talking about do you sit and draft out where lines are going to be run,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
poles are going to be planted, all these kind of things?
Yeah, where the transmission network goes, where the substation goes, where the generation plant goes. Yeah, we do that kind of planning, and we do studies related to the infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think
Yeah.
you intimidate the men that work at GPL?
No, not really. We're a team. We are a planning team. We're 5. I think we're 5, right? We're 5 people, and I'm the only female.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
The guys have learned to accept that women are going to be taking some of their jobs very soon. You think they're accepting that? Or there's a pushback?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a very challenging job, right? As a female and being in the male work. Yeah, but I don't think that should be a concern.
You think it's more professional in GPL?
Indeed.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. So you would have heard from one of the female engineers here at GPL. I'm going to be moving from here. And again, for those of you who've just tuned into the Guyanese Critic, we just spoke to a female engineer. We just spoke to one of the persons who deals with plannings. Early individual, we went into the power plant, and I think this is nice, interesting for the kids and Guyanese in general to see what the power plant entails. GPL has decided to take a decision to become more customer oriented, not only to create some face or just a new image, but holistically addressing the issues that are affecting Guyanese and moving forward and ensuring that they deliver effective electricity supply to customers. So in doing so, they have opened up a lot of different things that people have never seen before. And this here is BARTICA's new power generation plant. And this, since last year, has afforded GPL to be able, this plant here has afforded GPL to be able to deliver an effective electricity supply to Barticians. And when I say effective, I mean 24 hours a day, non-stop, without any power outages, except for when there is line maintenance. The Guyanese Critic maintenance, the Guyanese Critic coming to you from BARTICA GPL power station.